So in this video, I would like to go over the indexing adjustment of the shell plate. And what that means is the shell plate too far advanced or under advanced? And is it being pushed by the guide pins in the tool head? So as an example, I'm going to hit run, and I'm going to use a reference point. So looking at the edge of one of the shell plate pockets, you'll notice that as the tool head comes down, it does not move forward or back. So that is the correct indexing. Now I want to show you an example of under indexing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pawl, we're going to back it up so that it will under advance, and now it'll hit run. So when we see the same reference point, you're going to see the shell plate jump forward as the guide pins come down. So to correct that, we want to use the indexing pawl set screw in the back with our 5/64 Allen key. And the guide point I can give you is to follow the external guide rod down into the silver bushing underneath the top plate. You will find a small cutaway. With the tool head in the up position, you will notice that the index pawl has a set screw right in the middle. You would go from behind the machine and make an adjustment necessary. So in this case, we're under advancing, so we need to advance the shell plate forward. So a very small adjustment with my Allen key will allow the shell plate to move forward, and we want to do this in small increments and check our work. So now I've made my adjustment, I'm going to hit run, and we're going to pick the same reference point to see if our adjustment has taken. So now what you'll notice is it's very close. I still see a very small amount of movement, so I'm going to go ahead and end cycle with the tool head in the up position, go back to my set screw, and I'm going to give it just a slight more adjustment. Okay, and now we'll go check our work, hit run, find our reference point, and you'll notice that now, as the tool head comes down, the shell plate does not move at all. It ensures me that my indexing is properly set. Some important things to note of why it's important to have the indexing correct. And a great example is our prime orientation sensor. We want to make sure the pocket is perfectly lined up with this when we press calibrate to ensure that the sensor can work properly. It also is going to prevent things like powder spillage and just make sure that everything is lined up during our loading session. So periodically, as a almost maintenance item, you will have to go back and perform this adjustment. Over the course of time, of several thousand rounds, you will find that it'll get easier and easier to turn this screw. That would be an indication that we need to remove the screw and reapply the product Vibratite. So as everyone knows, Loctite is a one-time use. When you move that, the Loctite is no good. Vibratite is made by Loctite, and the product is used to be reused or adjusted several times over. And so throughout the course of operating this machine at a commercial level, you will need to remove that screw, use a good isopropyl alcohol, clean both the inside female threads of the pawl, as well as the screw itself. The specifics on the Vibratite can be found on the bottle, but it's important that you do that to maintain the proper index throughout the lifespan of the product.